Hey guys, welcome back to Infidelity Stories. Make sure like and subscribe to the channel for more spicy stories. Now, let's get into story video.
XGF cheated on me the second day after we became official. My 21 male life has been in a whirlwind for the past 2 weeks now, to say the least. Luckily, we were only together for 3 months, but everything felt so right and I was so happy with her. 19 female, but the woman I thought she was never really existed, and that's what hurts me so badly. She told me that this guy was her gay friend and she talked to him about our relationship and looked for advice, so imagine my surprise when I look in her phone and find a video of him F-king her without a condom and his CM on her back literally the second day after we became exclusive. Guys, at F-king broke me, so many F-king lies I had been fed by her and I believed them all because I had faith in her. She literally introduced me to her family not 24 hours after she betrayed me in the most evil way, and I still can't even grasp why she did it. It literally makes no sense at all. I'm more attractive than him. I have a better body than him. She told me I was the best thing that ever happened to her and that no one has ever made her feel like I did and that she couldn't imagine living without me. Literally, he only wanted her for her vagina, but I wanted all of her. She was the only girl I desired. I was the first person to ever give her an orgasm. She told me that no guy had ever given her head before, and sex with me was unlike anything she ever had experienced. I always put her pleasure above mine every time. I have since broken up with her, and for a while she begged me to take her back and I really considered it, but the girl I was in love with never really existed. She died the night I found everything. I am just so happy I found out when I did. I cried every day for a week straight, but I can't imagine how I'd feel if it came to light a year later. Now I just feel so lonely, and I miss the intimacy and having someone to love. I guess my question to her is, if I was the best thing to happen to you, and you couldn't imagine life without me, why did you betray me in the most evil way? And why did you continue to betray me every day with all the little lies? I can't imagine ever doing this to someone I claim to love, and I pray it never happens to me again. And I pray I can finally heal and find someone who is faithful and honest with me. Update: she's turned herself into a victim. We dated for 3 months and I found out that she cheated on me the second day after we became official and couldn't get over all the lies she fed me about this guy who was supposedly her gay friend, so I broke up with her and haven't talked in about 15 days. I checked her Insta and saw a post on it with a Tumblr-style inspirational quote saying only invest your love in those who stick around, and it left me completely dumbfounded. How do you betray and lie to me and then try and victimize yourself when I can't be in a relationship with you anymore? Update 2. Why did she do it? I can't understand it. She told me I satisfied her completely, our sex was unlike any she had ever had, and that being with me made her happier than she had ever been, so why did she do it? I've seen the guy, he's nothing to write home about. I know for a fact I'm more attractive than him. She said she didn't even enjoy the sex with him, so why did she continue to lie to me every single day about him? I've been spending a lot of time trying to find the logic in her decisions to lie and betray me, because I really can't understand why she would throw our relationship away for a literal piece of human garbage like that guy. Update 3. Got a text from my ex 6 months later. What would you do? You can see my post history dealing with her cheating a while ago. I'm much happier with my life now and things are going great with my new girl. We're really crazy about each other. Anyways, I got a text on Wednesday from a number I didn't recognize saying I hope you're doing well, I wish you a happy and healthy life, her name, and I just never responded. My first reaction was to just laugh at it because a month after I broke up with her she sent me a smart message saying my life is really good RN, I hope you can say the same. And I didn't respond to that either. I feel complete apathy to her at this point, neither hatred nor sadness like I used to, but I'm wondering if I'm right to just leave her with nothing like I did? Story 2. Will filing for divorce snap my WW out of affair fog? Not asking for my sake. I'm filing for divorce tomorrow and was just wondering if this will snap her out of her seemingly strong fog. To be honest, she's being a pretty SHT mom to our kids. Not bad enough for me to get primary custody. But just not interested in how this divorce is going to affect them. Not asking how they feel. Things just kind of went back to as close to the routine as possible at this point after we told them, and she has since just kind of carried on with her AP like everything is falling into place for her. She spends almost all of her free time in the bedroom on her phone. Her app of choice is Facebook. Happens to be how her and AP started secretly messaging each other a few weeks ago. My 15-yo is really starting to resent her. For one, she is bothered that her mom doesn't seem the least bit bothered that everyone's lives are getting turned upside down. Has shown them no remorse and very little sympathy. Second, she knows what her mom has been up to and she's ashamed to be her daughter, she told me. This woman will be involved in my kids' lives for as long as they put up with her new craziness. Her and I are done. But I need her to snap back to reality for their sake. It just feels like she's so wrapped up in this new relationship that she's not able to see things that most capable mothers would see. She wasn't always this inattentive. When she started the short EA that lead to the PA, I noticed a stark change in her. Well, I'm finding out the kids did too. My 15-year broke down in tears the other day and told me she's mad at her mom because she doesn't think she loves them as much as I do. Honestly, she may be right. Is there a small chance that getting served with the reality of divorce gets her to pull her head out of her ass? The financial reality that she won't be able to stay in our house because I'm taking half the dollar out of it. Or the fact she's about to lose 50% of her time with the kids? Think that is what is bothering my daughter the most. Mom is not emotional over the fact our family is getting split. Has shown no sadness that she'll get the kids half time. The meantime, whenever I talk to them about the future, I'm tearing up and just devastated that I won't see them every day. Now look at some comments. Fragrant_spray says, it could, but only once the financial and logistical impact personally affects her. If she snaps out of it, she's going to be more willing to fight you on the divorce or offer some sort of false reconciliation. A messy divorce will affect the kids far more than a relatively clean one, and hoping she rededicates herself to being a good parent will probably only last as long as custody is in question. You might do better to look into therapy for the kids. There will be issues they may be uncomfortable talking to either of you about. OP reply, my youngest is in therapy for the other things she's had going on. Actually had her second session today. Last session she had. Mom and Dad were sitting side by side holding hands as we spoke with the therapist about her. Next thing you know, I'm at the therapy appointment telling her about the split on my own because my wife didn't think both of us had to be there for that. I mentioned therapy to my oldest a few times. She's not ready at this point, but I'll keep pushing for it. Fragrant_spray reply, if your wife didn't think she needed to be there, it sounds like she's checked out from being a good parent. It sounds like you may already understand that her only interest in the divorce is going to be how it affects her, personally. Approach it with that in mind and expect that your wife isn't going to be any help with the kids emotionally, and may only do the bare minimum logistically. It sucks that it has to be this way, but in the long run, relying on her for anything is only going to cause more problems. OP reply, yeah. It was incredibly disappointing. It's not like the therapist needed some grandiose explanation. But, I think it would have shown our daughter that both of her parents are there for her. Libra, Tron says, you're still focused on her and her needs. Which means that you could get screwed in the divorce, which is why you should be worrying instead. OP reply, I am not focused on her needs. I'm focused on the needs of my girls when they're in tears thinking their mom doesn't love them because she's pouring herself into this new man. Like it or not, this woman is going to be in their lives for a long time. I had hoped she'd run off with the AP, but so far I'm not so lucky.